Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be swatching every single eyeshadow from the new Alien palette. So in this palette it comes with 18 shadows and 7 of them are shimmers and 11 of them are mattes. So before I get into the video, I just want to give a quick shout out to YouTuber Angelica. So on her channel she swatches a lot of palettes and she swatches every single shade in the palette, and the way she does it is she'll pack on the color on one eye and then she'll blend it out on the other eye, and then for the shimmer she kind of just like packs it on. So in this video I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pack on every color from the Alien palette and show you guys what it looks like, because I feel like this is the best way to really swatch this palette. So make sure to check her out because I am using a very similar method that she does on her channel. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and the way I apply the shimmers is going to be a lot different than I apply the mattes. So before I apply each shadow onto my eyes, I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion onto my eyes to prime before, and I'm going to do that each time I apply the eyeshadow. Alright, so to pack on the color, I'm going to use this Sigma blending brush in E25 to pack on the color on my left eye, and on my right eye I'm going to use this Sigma taper blending brush in E35 to really blend out the shadow. Okay, so for the shimmers, I'm going to use this packing brush. It's an eye shading brush from Sigma in E55, and I'm going to use that to apply the shimmers. And then on one side of my eye, I'm just going to, so when I apply the shimmers, I'm actually going to use this Sigma brush. It's an eye shading brush in E55, and on the right side of my eye, I'm going to apply it wet, and then on the left side of my eye, I'm going to apply it dry, so you guys can kind of see the difference between the two. So let's get started. Alright you guys, so I'm ready to give you guys my final thoughts on when I thought about swatching all of the shades from the Alien palette. So first off, I'm going to start with the shimmers, and I actually thought the shimmers in this palette are phenomenal. I think they're really great. The only shimmer shadow that I had problems with was this one right here, which is Space Cowboy. If you guys saw in the video, it does kind of oxidize into like a navy dark blue, and it doesn't really show up as the brown, which it looks like on here or on my finger. Like when you apply it on the eyes, it does oxidize. But Space Cowboy was the only shimmer shade that I did see oxidize. This probably had to do with the fact that I was literally applying like 18 shadows on my eyes, and my eyes were probably swelling up and heating up, and that was maybe causing it to oxidize more. So what I do to usually avoid this is I use as my base either a really thick concealer, or I like to use the P. Louise base because that one is really nice too. So something really thick underneath, or you can use one of those NYX pencils underneath as well if you want to kind of like create a barrier. So yeah, I just want to give you guys some options in case you do see some shadows oxidizing. So now I want to talk about the mattes in this palette. So the mattes in this palette are super pigmented. You literally get the color that you have on here onto your eyes. It's so pigmented. So I want to talk about two shades that I kind of had trouble with. So Martian Soil and Flying Saucer, for some reason, were oxidizing on my eyes. As you could see, Martian Soil was like kind of becoming like a darker mustardy color, and Flying Saucer as well was like kind of oxidizing, and Flying Saucer for some reason was like kind of coming off on my eyes. I think so yeah, I think the product was oxidizing a bit. May have been from the heat from my eyes like kind of swelling up from like applying so much shadow. So I didn't really see this like happening with anyone else using this palette, but I noticed on the side that I was blending it wasn't really oxidizing, or it wasn't having problems. It was just like when I was patting it down. So I've also noticed shadows oxidizing before. If you guys have the Subculture palette, New Wave and Edge, and also All-Star oxidize on your eyes too as well. So you want to use like something really thick underneath to avoid that. So as for the mattes in this palette, I really had no problem with any of them. But for some reason, Flying Saucer was coming up a bit patchy, which I thought was a little weird because I haven't really seen that happen to anyone else. I also think that this is a really beautiful neutral palette because you have this color right here with Titan, Pluto, Gravitea, Interstellar, Phone Home, X-Files. These are all really neutral colors, which you can create a really beautiful daytime look with. So overall, I think Jeffree Star did a really great job with this palette. I feel like this is exactly what I was looking for. Like I was looking for a lot of greens. I was looking for really good shimmers to pair it with, like especially this color here, Probe. Like this is such a beautiful shimmer, and I just feel like I'm gonna get so much good use out of it, and I'll be able to pair it with a lot of the other shades in this palette as well. I think this palette is really good. It's a really good price point. It's $52 as its other palettes, but you get so many shades, and the pan size is really good size. But overall, really pigmented, really beautiful palette. If you guys really like this color story, definitely pick it up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see some more looks with this palette, make sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram at beautybydreav, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.